Today I want to walk you through a Web3 game I built called TypeZero, and more importantly how it combines Stellar smart contracts with RISC-Zero's ZK-VM computation. The goal of this project is simple: prove a game's score was computed correctly without trusting the front end or the back end. Everything that matters is verified on chain. All the code for this is open source on GitHub and there's links to that in the description. At a high level, the game is split into 4 components, and each one plays a very specific role. First of all, the front end. The front end captures raw keystrokes from the player and records them as deterministic replay events. Each event is just a key and a time delta in milliseconds. These events are encoded into a compact byte format so anyone can replay the session and get the same result. The front end also computes preview stats for the player, but those are purely informational, not trusted. Second, the back end. The back end acts as a proving service. It exposes a minimal API that validates the replay encoding, normalizes the prompt, and then invokes the RISC-Zero prover. Think of this layer as untrusted infrastructure that helps generate proofs. If the input is invalid, then no proof is produced. Third, the RISC-Zero guest program. This is where all the important guarantees live. The guest deterministically replays the typing events, enforces time constraints, computes the final score, the words per minute, accuracy, total duration, etc. And then once that's all done, it commits a fixed size public journal. That journal includes the challenge ID, the prompt hash, the player's public key, and the final stats. If the replay violates any rules, the guest simply won't produce a valid proof. And then finally, there's the Stellar smart contract. The contract treats everything off-chain as untrusted. It only updates state after verifying a cryptographic proof. It checks that the journal matches the expected challenge and prompt, verifies the proof using a Groth16 verifier provided by Nevermind, and then updates the on-chain leaderboard if the new score is valid and higher than the previous one. Putting this together, the full flow looks like this. The front end records the keystrokes and encodes them as bytes. The back end runs the RISC-Zero host to generate a proof. The guest commits a small fixed-size journal of public outputs, and then the front end submits the journal outputs and proof seal to the Soroban smart contract. The contract verifies the proof and updates the leaderboard. Because all the rules and arithmetic are deterministic, every honest participant computes the same result, and the proof enforces that consistency. One important implementation detail here is the proof size. Originally I was generating full RISC-Zero receipts, but those were too large to submit on chain and caused request size errors on the RPC node. The solution was to generate Groth16 receipts instead, which are compact enough for on-chain verification. On the Stellar side, proof verification is done via a fork of Nevermind's Groth16 verifier contract. The leaderboard contract calls into that verifier, passing the proof seal, the image ID, and the journal hash. If verification fails at any point, the transaction simply reverts. The contract also integrates with Stellar's emerging gaming standard. In this setup, the game contract makes remote calls to a mock GameHub contract on testnet to signal start game and end game events. In this single player game, the house is player 1 and the user is player 2, but the interface is flexible enough to support other models. To run this locally, you'll need Rust, Docker, and Stellar CLI installed. You clone the repo, start Docker up, and then run the makefile. That deploys the contract's testnet, writes the front end config, and starts both the back end and front end services. You can then open up the front end on localhost port 5173 and play the game. TypeZero is an example of how zero-knowledge proofs and smart contracts can work together. The front end can lie, the back end can lie. The game state, which is stored on chain, doesn't care. If the proof verifies, then the score is real. Note that this is purely for demonstration purposes and it's not production-ready code or robust in any way. But the pattern scales. Move all trust into deterministic ZK code, keep the contracts minimal, and verify everything that matters on chain. If you're interested in building games on Stellar or experimenting with zero-knowledge technology, then check out the full tutorial and resources for developers linked to in the description. Thank you for watching.